honor.
And let's have Kennedy
I'm a murderer.
and Cohen become the murderers.
Dang it. I don't want to be one of these people.
What's the exact page that we're on?
95.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I'm the first one.
How many
One,
are in my
two,
store?
three.
And I know
4.
you're here.
Trace.
1.
Okay, so where would this scene take place?
At the castle or
Around
Isn't it in his room house?
Wherever Banquo is, that's where this takes place. And remember, Banquo had to ride as far as it would take him to get there and back by supper time. So several miles outside of the castle. Alright, go ahead.
What's my name? Second murder, third
Yes.
Third.
murder.
Third.
Third?
Yeah.
Right.
1.
But who did bid thee join with us?
Cohen.
Hold up. Are we on 95?
Yes.
Yes.
At the bottom.
Scene 3.
Oh, gotcha. Macbeth.
We need not our mistress, since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction just.
The west yet glimmers.
No.
Oh, then stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spurs the lated travelers a space to gain the timely inn, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Okay. The murderer 1 and 2 were in Macbeth's castle that earlier today. But the third one
Was with Macbeth.
what do they discuss? Those first few lines.
The West, yeah.
Does
So,
not
like,
stand with us.
That Macbeth would join us.
it's like something at the end of the day.
It said, "Who did bid thee join with us?" What does that mean?
Who are you? Who told
Who
you to
was-
come with us?
Yeah, who told you to meet us here? And his answer is
Macbeth.
Macbeth. So Macbeth sent a third person to,
Kill Banquo and Cleons.
Make sure it happened.
okay, maybe make sure it happened. Maybe he didn't fully trust the guys to do it. He wanted someone that he was like closer to him. Okay, now it's almost evening, which means Banquo should be coming by here any second. Okay, go ahead.
Hark, I hear horses.
Banquo, that's you.
I'm supposed to be in?
It says from within, so that means you're not on stage yet, but you say
Oh, sorry.
we're on 97 now.
Give us a light there, ho.
Then it is he. The rest that are within the note of expectation already are in the court.
His horses go about.
Almost. Oh, that's
Almost a mile, but he does usually. So all men do. From hence to the palace gate, may get their walk.
Okay, so when you get close to the palace, it's customary to get off your horse and walk. So that's where they're at. They expect him to be getting off the horse. He'll be walking by. Okay, so the murderers are like hiding behind something, and here comes Banquo and his son.
a light, a light.
It is he.
Stand to it.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down.
And they attack.
Stand.
Stab, Banquo.
Oh, treachery! Fly, good fleeance, fly, fly, fly! Thou mayest revenge, O slave.
He dies. Leonce runs away.
I die, bro?
Yeah.
Who did strike out the light?
This is dumb.
Wasn't-
You just died. I was gonna like.
You can't be speaking. You're dead.
Okay, go ahead.
wasn't
Who
not
did
the
strike
way.
out the light?
Was it not the way?
Dumb.
This place.
I'm playing these games.
Third murderer.
I already said it.
There's.
I said that.
He said, "Was it not the way?"
There's but one down. The sun is fled.
We have lost best half of our affair.
Well, let's away and see how much is done.
And they leave.
I'm supposed to be a warrior, not get stabbed by some fork by some hobo.
Yeah, at least
We get paid to do this.
blood. He
Okay.
just gets mugged on the side of the road and dies.
There is some speculation by Macbeth historians that the third murderer was actually him,
No.
Macbeth himself.
In disguise?
Uh-huh.
No. Yo.
Because one of the main reasons for this is there's not an extra person, like an available actor who could have played that role. And it seems like something suspicious Macbeth might have done. Like he might not have trusted them enough to go do it himself. He wanted to make sure it got done.
I could see the wife doing that more than the bad.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna
So they like just put a
I'm just
fake
saying.
mustache on or what?
Dark clothes, cape, hood, something, yeah.
Makeup?
Okay.
What was makeup back then? Was it just like
No.
big boob, horse
No
boob?
makeup. Okay, scene 4. A banquet has been prepared. Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, who's Ross and Lennox?
I'm Linux.
Connor.
Okay, I hate kids.
Kennedy's- Okay, you guys all need a chair, and you need to sit like rectangular style, like you're at a table.
Oh. I got you. Long table, short table, square table?
You're probably at that end.
Round
Your
table?
wife's probably at this end.
No, rectangle. No.
Sit on my lap.
You sit right here. You're at this. Nope. You go back by her. You sit right here. Okay. That way we're on
Go spread
camera
out a
here.
little bit.
Come closer.
Actually,
No,
There's
no.
two people
It's a
sitting
longer
here.
table. Can you not see
Yeah,
it?
you can only see Kennedy in the
Yeah,
camera.
Kennedy's the only one on
It's
camera.
zoomed in like he's
Yup.
following down.
you have to just back. I don't think it zooms.
No.
Put it in the
Table
corner.
hasn't moved.
It's fine.
Kennedy's like.
Yeah, now we only got
I just moved the table.
God bless.
We took the leaf out, scooted it to
Tay, you
the
gotta scoot in.
Okay.
Only
Yeah,
got your
that's
Slow
forehead.
slave.
a lot different.
Oh, yeah, you were.
You still can't see the end.
Okay.
Oh,
You're
no.
actually all standing when the. Oh. When you
Yeah,
come in
Dollar
to the
make you holla.
building,
Thank you.
forgot about that. Will you shut the door?
We're standing
Yep.
where?
You're all standing.
You can't stand in the table.
You can stand behind your chairs.
They don't get this.
You
Okay,
don't sit on the table at home?
go ahead, Macbeth.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, you're the hearty welcome.
Here you
And the lords say,
Thank you for your majesty.
Ourselves will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome.
and the first murderer walks over to the doorway, wherever that might be.
It's over there.
Just go stand right by the printer.
Just don't stand on the table.
Right there.
Don't stand on the table.
And Macbeth, and he like does a little subtle throat clear. So Macbeth hears him back there, and so he says to the guys at the table,
See, they encountered thee with the heart's thanks. Both sides are even. Here, I'll sit us this mice.
in the midst.
In the midst.
Midst.
Be large in birth. Anon will drink a measure, the table round.
So he says, help yourself to drink while I go do something. And he walks over to the murderer. And he says to him,
There's blood upon my face.
Tis banquet,
You're not
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
you would be talking a little quieter because you don't want the people at the table to hear.
You're not close enough.
Is
Go
he
ahead.
dispatched?
We know who did it. Go ahead.
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best to cut throats. Yet he's good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the non-paparial.
Which means if you kill both of them, you are the goat. But he says,
My royal sir, Fleance has escaped.
Then cometh my
hold
fist.
on. This part, he kind of turns his back to the murderer and he's thinking, but he has to say it out loud so the audience can hear. And so he says,
Then cometh my fist again. I had else been perfect.
Why are we sitting?
Whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad as generals, as the chasing air. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound to saucy double chicken nuggets, fears. But Banquo's
okay,
safe.
hold on. So you said that to yourself.
Yes.
What's he feeling?
Angry.
He's feeling anxiety.
He's hungry.
Anxiety.
he's
Because
scared.
why?
Because now he's like feels
Because
like
Leonce is out.
Like,
Okay, up until now, his plan went.
wrong.
So,
Because the guy
Up
knows-
until then, it's
It
been
was going
Perfect.
perfect.
But
But
then the
now,
guy
a
fled.
problem. He says, I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. So he's feeling anxiety. So then he turns back to the murderer and he says, but bang.
but Banquo's safe.
I, my lord, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenched gashes on his head. The least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies, the worm that's fled, hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
Okay, what is that? Hold on, stay right there. You can sit down, Connor, but Xander, stay. What does that mean?
They'll try again.
The worm that's fled hath nature in him that in time will venom breed.
In time they'll kill the kid.
Who?
So right now he's not able to kill him, but eventually he will.
Like the dude with the F.
Who's
Yeah.
he? The
Leon.
dude with the F.
Leon.
Leon. So Fleance is the worm. Banquo was the serpent. The serpent's dead. The worm exists. The worm is going to grow up to be a serpent and come back for vengeance. Okay, Lady Macbeth calls over to her husband and says,
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. The feast is sold that is not often vouched. While 'tis a making, 'tis given with welcome. To feed where best at home. From thence the sauce to meet it ceremony. Meeting where bear without it.
okay, so basically she says,
Seriously.
I know, I see it.
the meal is
I won't say nothing.
The meal is waiting at the table, but we can't eat until
He sits down.
you sit down. Okay, after she says her last word, the ghost of Banquo,
Do you actually want me to go in?
yes, you go sit in his chair.
Where's the white sheet?
Oh, you just went through the tip.
Okay, and
I'm a ghost, bro. Oh.
Macbeth says
You're
to his wife,
Sweet remembrancer. Now, good digestion, wait on appetite, and health on both.
Beg, please, your highness, seat.
Here had we now our country's honor roofed, were the grace person of our Banquo present, who may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please, it's your highness, to grace us with your royal company.
The table is full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord.
okay, so the guys at the table, how
Can't
many
see.
chairs are available to us?
4.
No.
One.
Well, there's 1
Zero.
to them.
0. There's none available to the audience or to Macbeth, but to the people sitting at the table, there is one open.
Why?
Yeah.
So the ghost
Because
is
we
in.
can't see your ghost.
How can he see me?
He
Because
can
he's-
see you.
He's the one that killed you.
He can see you. The
He's
audience
hallucinating.
obviously
He's
can.
hallucinating.
Yeah, but the other people can't. So they're like, sit down, there's a chair right here. And Macbeth gets this horror-stricken look on his face. And Lennox says,
Why is it that moves your highness?
What? You sure you're in the right spot?
Yes.
she says, what is it that moves your highness? So your face is visibly, like you're visibly shaken by
Like your face
seeing
is
this
turned
person.
I
white.
don't see this
Yes.
page. Let's get the
We're
word.
on
It's
103, line.
Yeah. Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
And now he looks right at the ghost, and the ghost is doing this.
Thou cannot say I did it. Never shake the glory locks on me.
Locks, as in, where was Banquo's injury?
His head.
His head. And so his head and hair would be bloody, and he's shaking his head.
Blood's going
So
everywhere.
his hair is like
Three big
sweating.
guys.
So Macbeth says, never shake thy gory locks at me. Okay. The people at the table would be feeling what?
Like confused.
They're like,
confused.
he's crazy.
Confused. Thinking their king is like maybe a little bit unhinged. And so Ross says,
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Lady Macbeth, in to save the day, she says,
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought, he will again be well. If much you know him, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not.
and she stands up and walks over to where he is, kind of away from the table.
Dude, she's
So
not
what
to
does
the
Lady
table,
Macbeth
bro.
say to him?
She's not.
Are
Say
you-
it to the guest.
Yeah, he's always been a little crazy.
Good morning,
like this
Central
since
Valley.
he was a
No
kid.
big deal. He's always acted like
He's
this.
gonna pass.
Please
The
join me
more
in saying
you
our motto.
Feed into it.
feed into it,
Please
Morning,
stand
the
Dad.
worse
and
it's
pledge
gonna
allegiance.
get. So just ignore him.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Please be seated. Announcements for February 1st. Junior high quiz bowl today at Palmer. Girls and boys basketball at St. Edward tomorrow. Girls varsity at 6. Boys varsity at 7:30. FFA meeting tomorrow.
I know.
Both lunches.
Stop
Junior
spraying.
high girls and boys basketball at
Flipping the
CW
floor.
tomorrow
At the
Friday.
goddamn boom.
Wrestling duels
I
Friday.
just
City at 3 p.m.
up like this.
High school quiz bowl
Then Seth come over and
Seth
dump her back over
came
that.
on me.
lunch today. Pork patties, potatoes with gravy, bread roll, creamy corn, pears, jello, milk.
What did he say about being on your knees or something?
Lunch
Did
tomorrow.
he say like,
Chili,
I think he said it to say
celery, carrot sticks, applesauce,
being on your knees only for a sports picture.
Central Valley Public Schools
We'll have to have a
mission
talk.
is to provide an
Something
academic
like
and
that.
social
That was during
opportunity
the picture.
for all individuals to experience, explore, and expand
Because,
and become successful citizens.
This McCollum's like,
Fun fact of the day, quote, it isn't where you came from, it's where you're going. Have a
That's
great
what
day.
Tunchi said.
Okay,
Get
so
down
Lady
on
Macbeth
your
walks
knees.
over to him and she says,
Are you a man?
and it says drawing him aside, so like away from the crowd. Are you a man? And he says,
Are you? I, and a bold one, that dare look on that which might appeal the devil.
Paul.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, impostors to true fear, would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorized by her grandam.
Mm-hmm.
Shame itself. Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool.
Okay, so what is she doing here?
Why are you acting like this? Get your stuff together.
Okay,
Don't sit around.
it's true fear. What's gonna get them caught?
If he keeps
His actions.
Exactly this kind of stuff. Is the consequence of this kind of behavior is we get caught. So she says, are you a man? She calls him a coward.
I'm trans.
She calls him a woman. These are the things ladies sit around and talk about at the fire. Not the actions of a
32-year-old middle-aged man.
King.
King.
Okay. Go ahead. Macbeth. Prithee.
Prithee, see there. Behold, look.
And then he speaks to the ghost again.
Lo, how say you?
Keep going.
Am I supposed to talk?
Nope.
Why? What care I, if thou canst nod? Speak too. If charnel houses in our graves must send those that we bury back, our monuments shall be the maws of kites.
And the ghost floats away. Just go over there because you gotta come back. Okay, so he says if graves basically can send back the dead, then none of us are safe. And what's the biggest problem here with Lady Macbeth?
She's like trying to get with it or like trying to go along
She
with
can
it.
play it off well, but he
She's pretty good actor. He can't.
Okay.
He's gonna be the one that ruins her
Why
plan.
is she so confused?
She doesn't know that he killed
She doesn't know about Banquo.
He's got his tongue out right now.
He didn't tell her that part of the plan. So she has no idea. She thinks that this behavior still is related to Duncan's murder. Okay, go ahead, Lady Macbeth.
Doesn't he still have some?
He still has.
No, I said maws of kites. Ghost exits.
Okay. What quite unmanned in followed?
If I stand here, I saw him.
5 for shame.
Blood hath been shed before now. In the olden time, ere human statue purged the gentle wheel. Aye, and since too, murders have been performed, too terrible for the ear. The time has been that, when the brains were out, the man would die. And there an end. But now they rise again with 20 moral murders on their crowns, and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
So back in the old days, when you killed someone, they died. Now they come back to haunt you. She says,
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget.
and then you walk back over to the table to talk to these guys who are probably feeling,
Or like, let's get the heck out of here.
wondering what is happening. Yes. Go ahead.
Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I'll sit down, give me some wine, fill full.
So they pass around the wine decanter. Everyone fills their cup, and he's about to raise up for a toast, and the ghost comes back in and stands beside him.
Speak.
Go ahead, Macbeth.
I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss, would he were here. To all in him we thirst, and to all.
And they all raise their cups and say,
Our duties in the pledge.
and they clink and clink. And then suddenly the ghost comes back into Banquo's line of vision, and he says,
You mean Macbeth?
yeah, sorry. The ghost comes back
I'll float
into
through you.
Macbeth's line of vision, and he says,
Avaunt and quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold! Continue. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes, which thou dost glare with me.
and Lady Macbeth is trying to
Starfish stares at me.
talk it out.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom, 'tis no other. Only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
Go ahead.
What man dare? I dare. Approach thou like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, the hurricane tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble, or be alive again, and dare me to desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit then, protest me, the baby of a girl, hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery.
And the
hence.
ghost floats away. So the Macbeth says, if you were any of these terribly frightening things, a rhinoceros, a bear, a tiger, I wouldn't be scared. You have chosen the only shape that could scare me. Turn me into a little crying girl. And then the ghost leaves and he says,
Why so, being gone, I am a man again. Pray you sit still.
You have disciplined the mirth, broke the good meeting, with most admired disorder.
so she's like, shame on you, the party's over.
Can such things be without our special wonder? Oh wait, can such things be and overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe, when now I think you can behold such sights, and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks, when mine is blanched with fear.
So he says, I'm not the weird one. You people are the weird ones. If you can sit around and act normal after seeing something like that, there's something wrong with you. And then she said, Ross says,
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Questions enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
that means you don't need to go out in the right order of rank. Just get out of here. So when Ross starts to question him, Lady Macbeth gets nervous because she thinks he's gonna say something. So she says, get out of here. And Lennox says,
Good night and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
and all the lords and everyone except Macbeth and Lady Macbeth leave. And now Macbeth says,
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have by magpies and chows and rooks brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning, which is which.
I'll say it though, that Macduff denies his person at our great bidding.
okay, so Macbeth shakes himself into back to normal. So when he says it will have blood, they say blood will have blood. What does that mean?
Death will bring on
If you
more
kill
sin.
someone,
Yeah, death will bring more death.
Connor?
For that, you can put my binder away.